Hello everyone, Agent Kate Sith here, and today I would like to go over my 6-box method for killing Albumen. I realize not everyone's 6 boxes, but I think you can take away the core strategies from this method to apply it to your own group's method if you're interested in melee killing Rising Gem Helms like Albumen. But first off, I want to thank everyone who has supported me so far on YouTube and Twitch. We are nearing 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we just hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, so I just want to say thank you everyone for that. You guys are the reason I keep doing and making this content for 11, the game we all love. But on to the actual Albumen guide. First off, you want to pop Albumen during the day. If you pop it during night, it will gain access to a photosynthesis type move that will allow it to gain buffs. And if you don't dispel the buffs after a certain amount of time, it will begin to level up. Once it starts to level up, it will be near impossible to kill. So it's just better to avoid all of those cheese mechanics and just pop it during the day. After popping, Albumen will secretly use and instantly use, or it'll just basically just pop with 100 fists active, and it won't show the animation. This can be very dangerous if you don't have a tank, which in this setup, I will not have a tank. But Monk's pseudo-tank abilities via Mantra and its SP2 allow it to effectively tank the first phase of the fight, which is the 100 fist phase, with basically 0 risk, because Monk's SP2 gives them a 100% counter rate, and with so much HP, you're basically never going to counter yourself to death either. Shortly after you pop Albumen, it will also pop a group of ads. Your bard needs to sleep these ads quickly with Nightingale, Troubadour, and Mercado Lullaby ASAP, and it's recommended to have a really good duration set for that too. But note that you can't go too quickly because the ads take time to load, even though they are visible on your screen. So kind of think of that as a claim delay of sorts. If you go instantly the second you see them, you'll get locked out of actually casting on them. So you gotta wait like 3 seconds and then lullaby them. Next up, you want to spread out your DDs so only one is getting countered at any given time. This Albumen has a lot of hate resets, so no matter what you do, it's going to be bouncing around, and it won't be just on one character at a time. So if you have them all clustered up, they're going to be countered and guarded. So it's important that only one character at a time is being countered and guarded. Remember to use Braver's Drink and other temporary items before you pop it, because, you know, why not? And every DPS matters, so you should really do that. Oh right, and then also use like TP wings to start the fight out with 3000 TP. This fight is kind of like a time attack. The second you pop Albumen, the overall goal is to kill it before the second set of ads pop. And since you're 6-boxing, it has really low HP, so that is really possible. And that's why you have your Bard, Core, and Red Mage also meleeing to help speed up that process, to hit that threshold. But if you are killing it on the slower end, or maybe something goes wrong, your Bard needs to be ready to re-lullaby the second and even the third set of ads by resetting with Super Revitalizer to get NT back. For tasks and duties, which we already went over a little bit, but for Monk, you pop Albumen and you provoke it at the very start to allow the Bard to sleep without pulling hate. Like we said, you basically pop it, you provoke it, you engage it, you use inner strength, and then just let your other characters set up while you and Albumen counter each other, basically. You use inner strength ASAP. You want to maintain your TP and hybrid sets. I basically used a magic evasion DT focus set. I think I have 38 to 40% DT in it while maintaining massive amount of magic evasion, while also keeping some good offensive abilities with the Ken set. Oh, and Subtle Blow. You want to use Chi Blast if you can remember. Impetus is super important, and Mantra, it really helps survivability. If the fight drags on and let's say impetus wears off, you want to use Super Revitalizer and put that back up ASAP because it's really important for monk DPS. For the core, you want to use Crooked Card Samurai and Chaos Roll. I'm pretty sure you still need Chaos Roll even with Soul Voice Minuet 5 and Bolster Frailty. It might be a little bit overkill, but I'd rather be safe than sorry when it comes to capping attack. You can wildcard and random deal if anyone needs reset, which will probably be the Bard. And it's really nice to have a battle core that just spams Savage Blade. If you look at the pars at the end of the fight, they do really good damage. For White Mage, you want to do Barfira and Bar Amnesia to obviously prevent Amnesia. Normal White Mage buffs, you should keep up Sublimination. I can't remember if it uses Sleep or not. Just in case. I used it just in case. You want a very good Magic Evasion Idol set to guarantee that stuff like Silence and Paralyze don't land. Definitely you want to keep a stock of Echo Drops just in case the Silence does land. You can always resort to Benediction too if you're in a pinch. This is a very hard fight for the White Mage. It's pretty easy for everyone else, but your White Mage is going to be very, very busy in this fight with the constant need to erase the HP down, doing Nas, like getting rid of Paralyze, and a lot of healing after you get the HP down. Geo, it's important to do a Bolster Wilt, which makes it so basically it can never kill you, and you can survive the HP down. And then obviously Geo Frailty with Bolster, Elemental Seal Impact if you can, Entrust in the Attunement, and then if you're a real tryhard, you can do Super Revitalizer and then do a second Entrust on someone else, which I would recommend Vex. Onto the Bard, you do 5 Soul Voice songs. I did Honor March, Valor Minuet 5, Blade Madrigal, Fire Carol, Ice Carol. The Honor March with Haste 2 is enough to cap your haste, along with Valor Minuet, obviously for attack. Blade Madrigal I found is enough accuracy to cap. Fire Carol is to prevent Amnesia again, and then Ice Carol is to prevent Paralyze. I do Piasamo Wind Carol on my Geo and my White Mage to prevent Silence even further. You use Nightingale, Troubadour, Mercado to sleep the ads, obviously, we already went over that, and then Bard is a really good DPS on this fight too. I believe it's weak, somewhat weak to piercing damage, so Bard usually does pretty well in this fight, just spamming Ruja. Red Mage, you want to do normal Red Mage buffs on everyone, like Haste 2 and Flanks 2. For the fight itself though, you really don't want to put too much of a focus on landing debuffs. I mean, land what you can, obviously, but really, since we went over, it's more of a time attack. You really want to more so focus on DPS. So maybe just throw in a D3 or something, and get to town spamming Black Halo with the Battle Red Mage. And now for the fight itself, where we put all the guide and the concepts together and actually do the fight. As you can imagine, not everything always goes perfectly. Like right here, the ads use their SPs before I'm able to lullaby them. If you want to be extra safe with Mage, you can have your White Mage do Sacro before you pop. But as you can see there, I survived it, no problem with Mantra up. Mantra actually comes in really clutch here with allowing my mules to survive. Wilt is also extremely important in allowing your additional characters to survive either tanking Albumen or surviving the counter from Albumen, because they're all dual wield. HP does get low. Your White Mage is going to be extremely busy this fight with the HP down removal and heals. Needless to say, it's a nightmare fight for White Mage. Sorry about the choppiness of the video. OBS decided to hiccup here for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it still illustrates the concepts of the fight. And as you guys can see here, with 6 people, its HP goes down very quickly. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the guide video. If you guys enjoyed the video, I tried something new here with how I presented the information. Instead of just putting it over the video, I did somewhat of a slideshow. If you liked it, let me know in the comments section. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the support again. I will see you guys next video.